Welcome back, everybody. My name is Luis Lacau, and this is Man Bites Retro. And what we do here, every week there's a new voice that brings forward their favorite person in film history, and we present that voice to you every single week. So please stay tuned for the show. Streaming straight from Spooky Empire with an awesome list of panelists and awesome YouTubers and everybody. So I want you guys to introduce yourselves and give us a little bit about your backstory.
Well, John Reed Adams from Narcotic Casserole Productions, movie reviews, editorials, and all-around fansplaining.
Brandon, you guys know me already. I'm not going to try.
I'm Zach. I'm also here, which is cool. I'm with a small theater company called Any Stage in Northern Virginia, so that'll play real great to this audience. And I made a short film that already played here that 4 people saw. So this is super great. I'm sure all of my fans are here, which is, cool. Gonna stop talking now. Cool.
Hi, I'm Justin McPatches Jordan. I run Underground Horror Radio, including a streaming website that's just punk rock stuff, Podunk Radio, and I've done a bunch of podcasts, so I've been there, done it.
And you know me, I'm William Phoenix. This is my little buddy Rory sitting with us today. Dr. Hammond is I've been called all day, and glad to be here as always.
All right, and today we're actually going to be reviewing the Babadook. Ooh, the Babadook.
So I officially have not seen it, so this is good because now I can be like, so what's it about?
Yeah.
Like, I know what it's about, the general idea.
Louis,
but I haven't
remember
seen
at some point today to go find out who they are so we can write down their names and credit them.
Yeah.
So this will be cool because it'll be like, oh,
So no spoilers then.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do our best for spoilers.
All right,
I'm
I'm the spoiler king. So let's go.
Exactly.
Who put him on the
Wait,
channel?
but I always give fair warning what I'm gonna
You
do.
do. You
Go
do.
to
When I do spoilers.
No. We're any Doctor Who fan by nature. It's against our religion, so therefore,
Okay.
therefore, I will go GOP on your ass if you infringe on my religion.
No. I always say it like 3
I
times.
just
I'm like,
realized you're warm bodies.
I'm always a warm body.
Oh.
no.
Hey,
Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Try the bill.
You hear that, Olaf? There's a warm body here.
No, I always say it like 3 times. Like, yo, I'm about to like go into spoilers. Don't stop listening. Stop watching. The spoilers are
Fast
fun.
forward.
Nah, spoilers. You give too much away, man. No. And especially, there's a lot of people that are just turning on to movies. They're 18, 17, and they still haven't watched
And
half
it's
of the
kind
films
of-
that we've seen.
And even
They don't
then, you
know
got the ones who are
VHS
just
is.
really astute
They've
when it
never
comes
seen
to
Star
plot
Wars.
development and all that
The
stuff. You
original
do
Star
one
Wars.
spoiler,
Original
it starts
Star
a domino
Wars.
effect.
Exactly.
So
Or the
what
Lucas versions where it adds
qualifies
stuff.
as a spoiler? Like, what is the story? No, the
Basically,
line
like
across.
revealing who Kaiser Soze really is.
Okay.
Or,
so like specific plot details.
Yeah,
but like,
or who Mother really is,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
either Jennifer Lawrence or Anthony Perkins.
Well, I'm gonna give a quick
Which-
spoiler. It's a scary movie.
All right.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's start this then. All right. As you saw, we had an awesome cosplay that was the Babadook, and we had to have him on the show. So he did his little peek over and gave us a nice little cameo as well.
Wait, that wasn't the real Babadook?
No.
I don't know. It could be. I don't know. If anyone who's seen the movie knows,
Maybe there's more than one.
there's a nice ambiguity about it.
And
So
he kind
it
of
could have
disappeared
been-
out of nowhere, so we don't know where the hell he
Yeah?
went. So let's see. He
knows?
might do another appearance.
There was a lot of Ghostbusters out there, though, so I'm
That
worried.
is possible.
I'm worried they got
Tyler
trapped.
possible.
Maybe he was trying to run from them.
This is a special episode. If you guys don't remember, the Babadook was actually our first review.
Our first official review.
Our first official
Because
review.
we did Primer, but that was that was banned from YouTube, so it's no longer on YouTube.
Whatever,
So
we'll talk about that later.
Primer? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
But so we thought, let's go back to it on our 100th episode. Let's with some new faces.
So 100 episodes. This is a lot of. Congratulations. That's
Thank
a
you,
big one.
thank you.
So 50's big, but 100's really big.
Yeah.
That's
Been
more.
doing this
That's
for-
mostly
we've been
Lewis.
singing for
That's
2
just
years
like-
already.
Excellent.
Some people don't even make it past 3, so it's believe me, I know.
I'm 1/3 through that. I just got past my first year, so I'm moving forward.
It gets a little bit easier and then tiring sometimes.
Yeah,
but it's cool.
Yeah, it kind of does. I mean, I'm right now recording a whole load of capsule reviews of James Bond for next month. So
I just did my 7th over the summer. 7th year.
Nice.
7 years. So I was
Excellent.
like,
Wow.
what do you need to know?
So we have standards to live up to,
Oh, let me look up these
Yeah.
names
and we will build to
before we
them.
butcher them. I'm I'm looking up the actors' names before we butcher them.
All right,
Oh,
so
no, like
the
They're all,
New Zealand,
they're
yeah.
all Australian. So it's
Australian,
okay.
yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be hard to no.
Yeah.
talk about Australia.
Yeah, right. So the Babadook basically is a psychological suspense thriller. Is the closest genre I could think of it. You could kind of put it into the pool of horror, but it's not really horror.
It's not really that type of horror you think. It's like, oh, it's a ghost movie, and it's
Exactly.
Well,
not
you
like
think
that.
it is. I mean, I think I was very much taken with it by the time I got to the end of it. I was like going, I don't know how to when you can't categorize a movie in
Exactly.
one, that's when you know you got something special on your hands, when you can't properly categorize it into one set genre.
Yeah.
And that's why it thoroughly worked for me. Like when I finally got to the resolution, I was just like transfixed as to the complexity of what they were going for, as far as like, was this all in the person's head, or
Yeah.
was it an actual real deal
Yeah.
thing?
It just doesn't have your stereotypical like brah! Like the music flares and like
Yeah.
this creature comes out of nowhere.
I think it has maybe
some
2
jump
pop
scares.
scares.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
it's not.
that's
It's
it.
not jump scares at all. It's more like
It's got 2.
yeah.
It has 2.
It
A couple.
It has a couple, but it's in the grand scheme of things, comparing it to any other horror film that has come out in the last probably like what 10, 15 years.
10, 15.
Like it's not
Mama.
your stereotypical like just like the music flares up, you know something bad is going to happen, and it doesn't really do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's-
if you've seen it and you haven't watched Mama, that's another one you could check out. That is very, very similar to this.
Yeah.
It has that weird pacing, that weird horror feel to it.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite thing about the film. It's the am I going crazy with her?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kind of thing. That's
Actually-
actually my favorite thing about the movie.
yeah.
Yeah,
I felt that way about Evil Dead 2, and he's in the cabin, everything starts laughing. I'm like, what am I watching?
yeah.
I mean, that's
The
what
first
you get.
time, the
you
first
get that
time.
feel from it, though.
Yeah.
You get that feel, which is really cool.
Yeah, well, like, oh God, a long time ago, I showed after we watched Spider-Man, showed them Evil Dead 2. They had that exact same reaction. They were like, "What am I watching?"
Oh, I loved it. I fell in love with it. It was I got it on VHS from like Walmart, like in like
But
when I was
that's
17, like 2000 or something.
Yeah.
But digressing, I think that's the great thing about the Babadook is that you want to have that sense of unease. If it's any kind of scary movie, anything that's meant to unnerve you, you want that feeling where you don't know exactly, where you can't read it all the way through, because there's nothing more stagnant. I mean, as much as we enjoy watching Jason films, we know what we're in for at the second blood is shed. Hell,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
before it. This one,
It's an entirely different kind of it's a slasher, so it's
Yeah.
totally different than a haunted house kind of thing or a spiritual.
exactly.
Yeah.
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 Like this one, it's scary because it like gets into your head.
Yeah.
Like
It's a psychological.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
It has
Love
no,
that.
yeah, it has no problem brutalizing your subconscious
Yeah.
in a fashion. And normally, these characters in any other movie, because of bad writing, would make them the most unlikable. Like I don't care.
Well,
But
the kid is very unlikable in the movie.
but then when you find out the reason why,
yeah.
and yeah, at the beginning I was like going, I want to take a bat to this kid.
But that's
I want to
great.
take a crowbar to
That's
the
great
kid.
filmmaking.
When you
Your performance
feel
is
that.
great.
But then,
Yeah,
but
that
then
You're
was never
feeling what the
acted
mom
before.
feels.
yeah,
which is great.
exactly. They
Oh,
put you
love
in.
that.
They put you in the mindset of the mother, and
I'm gonna check. Well, sorry, continue. I'm checking what the kid has done
Yeah.
in his career.
well, he better do more
Oh,
because
no,
He's done 3 movies.
I think
done,
he's one of the Jurassic World kids. Isn't
No,
he?
no, 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 no,
okay.
no.
No, you're thinking of Ty Simpkins, who
Yeah.
most people remember from Insidious.
Yeah.
Yes,
And,
okay.
but
Yes.
but
That was
let's face it, his honestly star-making role in Iron Man 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
right, yeah.
stole every freaking scene
Yeah.
he was in,
Uh,
and any kid who's able to zing him off of Robert Downey Jr.
Right?
with equal aplomb,
Right?
and
seriously.
back and forth Shane Black dialogue as well as that kid did.
He's done 3 films: The Babadook, The Gift, and Spaghetti.
The gift.
The
Are,
gift.
are we talking about the one with Jason Bateman?
No, I don't think so.
I mean,
Because obviously not the Sam Raimi film that Billy Bob Thornton wrote,
Definitely
No.
not.
which severely underrated. Keanu Reeves.
it's
Should
literally
have been nominated
13
for it.
minutes.
Sam Raimi.
Oh,
I
it's a
love
short.
all of
It's a
his
short
movies.
film. I'm assuming it's
Oh,
Australian or
okay.
something.
Okay.
Alright.
But
That's
one
prob-
to take
alright.
it back to the kid. That's how I felt about the kid from The Ring. those ring movies. He's going to hit him. He's, yeah, Rachel. Out of here.
Yeah.
Talking to your mother that way.
If the movie makes you feel, for the audience, he hasn't seen the movie yet.
No.
But this is going to be his first introduction to it, and I'm pretty sure he's going to want to watch it.
I've heard a lot of things about it, and I know
Yes.
like a lot of the hype, and I read about it. I just never sat down and watched it.
Oh, man.
It's
But-
beautiful.
So I'm sure.
My unpopular opinion is like the movie's good. I'm not taking anything away from the movie.
Oh, yeah, you don't.
I thought it was very well made. The way that it's shot, and the way that like you said, like it transitions from like the mind of the child into the mind of the mother,
Yeah.
and then is it real? Is it not real? The movie itself is like really good. I didn't like it.
You're going through extremes here, man.
It can be a good, well-made movie and not like it.
Like I said, it's a really good movie. It just was way too slow for me. It was just like for me, it felt like it dragged on and on and on. And it was one of those movies that I sat here. I'm like, okay, there's about 10 minutes left in the movie. What's going to happen now? And then I looked. I would pause it. It was like 10 minutes into the movie, and I'm like, oh my god, like, are you? But I mean, like, I sat through it, and obviously gave it, its fair chance, and made my opinion. But am I gonna run back and go watch it again, and say, oh my god? No, I've seen it. It's one of those movies. I've seen it. I can talk about it. I can obviously discuss about it. But I'm not gonna sit there and be like, "Oh my god, you need to watch this movie because it's so good."
I found it riveting.
He's
There's great
convinced me not to watch it
thriller
now.
movies out there, which I would probably recommend
To your
a
credit-
lot sooner than the Babadook.
Well, to your credit, I mean, and this actually opens up an issue which I always got into with people. Pacing is relative when it comes to people's perception of it. I mean, I get into it with people regarding the works of Wes Anderson because I know a lot of people who get rubbed the wrong way. I am his bitch. I am totally Wes Anderson's bitch.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm sorry, Grand Budapest Hotel, and I cannot wait for the Isle of Dogs.
Yeah.
Isle of Dogs looks so good.
But
But
the
the
point,
into his movies that
but
much.
there you
So
go,
good.
and that's the reason why, because it's
Moonrise Kingdom is like
because
Oh god, that was horrible.
Moonrise Kingdom is so
That was
good.
pulling my
It's
teeth.
So good.
Oh,
Exhibit
I
A.
felt like
Exhibit
it
A.
was pulling my teeth.
I love Moonrise Kingdom.
but that's the point. It's just it all comes down to and that's why I think I love horror and comedy actually do go very hand in hand.
Oh, yeah.
because you're slave
Oh,
because
yeah.
because you're slave to the sensibility of the viewer. Because there are a lot of people who for some reason are terrified by those random jump scare
Yeah.
popcorn
Yeah.
fare. But then alternatively, you get people who aren't into that, but who are just transfixed by stuff like The Exorcist, where that movie is a slow burn, where it's a gradual build, and then you get to Power of Christ compels you, and as hammy as that should be, because through pacing, atmosphere, act, and dedicated acting, it's all
your
about
mother sucks
atmosphere.
cocks in hell.
Isn't it weird to
That's
still think
why-
that is like one of the, if not the scariest movie ever, just because of all the stuff that went around with it? And
I
Which
think
in
that's
the
more
that's-
scary about it than
well,
anything else.
I still wouldn't want to see it in the dark though alone. Like
I-
it's weird. I've seen it,
Do you
but
guys remember the Harrison Ford
do
movie
that.
What Lies Beneath?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I loved that movie.
The one where he
Like,
comes out of the shot,
Like
out
on
of
the
the tub, right?
bathtub.
Well,
and I really enjoyed that movie, and by comparison, I kind of put them in the same category as a Babadook because there isn't like, yes, there's a few jump scares, but it's the psychological thing about
Yeah.
it where it's like, oh
Which
my
is
god,
what I like
what's
The
really going to
Shining
happen?
about. I like
But-
The Shining because of that.
Exactly, and The Shining is another one where it's like, Babadook is over here,
And it's a
and I'm
slow
like,
burn.
go watch all these movies. When you're done with these movies, check out the Babadook.
The Shining is way slower.
It
than
just
Babadook.
like I don't know, like yes,
Well,
there's
it's
really
way
good
longer.
Hello,
yes,
Hoover.
development and everything.
Yeah,
But
it
to me,
is.
it was just like oh my god, and I don't know if it's because like it's a British movies and there's there's British
Australia.
movies out there which are like
Well, Australian films are really, really slow paced.
except Mad Max.
The first one.
Yeah, the first.
Yes, okay,
Mad
the
Max.
He didn't
Where-
actually get mad until like the last 15 minutes. In the
Road
meantime,
Warrior.
it was about his partner dominantly.
Mad Max 2.
you got more mad when he got pulled over by the cops than he did in that movie.
Yeah. Oh.
Too soon? No, it's decades
No.
ago.
It was
was
never
good.
too soon to rip on it. It was never too soon to rip on anti-Semitism. Screw anti-Semitism.
But what a controversial stance you take there. That's really.
Have you been playing Cards Against Humanity then? We did that for one of our panels last night, and then it was a horror movie showdown real quick, and it was about, we're doing topics. So he would ask a question like, Jason killed counselors because of what?
Oh.
Then we had literally the Cards
Bigger,
Against
blacker
Humanity
dick.
answers.
Nice.
So it was
Something
like,
like that,
there was like racism here. We're going to use that at some point.
Women's suffrage.
Something to do with children too. Let's go in here. And
Women's
we
suffrage.
ended up winning it because we're like, oh my god, we're
Please
like
tell
the
me the
worst
big
people.
black cock won.
That was the last one I won was something about an old woman who knew her way around a dick.
One day, I love submitting to Cards Against Humanity, and I hope one day to have an expansion pack, and all of a sudden there it shows up. One I have, which wins every now and then, is I wrote "Skeet shooting babies out of the air."
Wow.
That's terrible and awesome.
I go because it's the
telling you.
imagery.
Cards Against Humanity brings out the worst in people.
Yeah,
It brings out the inner
best
demons.
in
Well,
people.
it's the quickest
kinda-
way
I kinda
to
feel like
to
it-
get to know people.
Yeah.
It's like
Because you find out what the most fucked up person is.
Yeah.
well, in a
Right.
fashion, it's like the party game Purge in a way.
Yeah.
You know, unleash the beast in this nice contained environment.
You can
where
be
we
the most racist scumbag on earth.
Yeah.
Right here.
Well, you know,
Only-
honestly, I'm not disturbed by what they play. Like as far as the pre-printed ones, I'm disturbed by the ones that's written.
No.
Because
because the blank cards that they wrote. Yeah.
because that is a pretty dark peer into your psyche. I mean,
That's like the deepest
I just
garbage.
revealed I skeet shoot babies, but I mean,
My thing there, I prefer apples to apples because I think it takes more skill to be a horrible person.
Yeah.
With Cards Against Humanity, like
It's all there.
Right?
Oh,
yeah,
no, you're
it's all laid
going-
out for you. It
it's
takes no
cards
skill.
literally
With
on the
apples to
tables.
apples, you have to be like beautifully twisted in order to like horrify
That's true.
people.
That's
I did it. I was once. I was at a place. I was playing it with like doctors and stuff. And
Wait, you were playing apples with doctors?
yeah, with some of my doctors.
An
And
apple away keeps the doctor away.
bye, everybody.
well,
I'm done.
well, why do you
We
think they
broke
went away?
them.
Because they went to go play apples to apples.
But the topic was senseless, and he put down Helen Keller, and we were like, wow, that, oof.
The gods
Exactly.
granted you this
But
card.
that only comes from a game where it is not messed up. It's like with Cards Against Humanity, it's like that would be like their setup card.
That's
and then
like
it's
the
and then
pre-game.
drop-
How
Right?
did
Yeah.
we get to this point? We were talking about the Babadook.
So the Babadook.
That's the great thing about
This is
the
what
Babadook.
happens when you get multiple people from multiple shows and a live bad show.
On that, more than the people that play Cards Against Humanity are the ones that don't play.
Yep.
They're like, hey, you want to play? And they're like,
They're
I'm
hiding
just
something.
scared. It's like, how messed up? I almost said the F word, but how messed up are you that you don't even want to play this game because you don't want us to
Now,
know
can
what's
we not
inside
curse
your
anymore
head?
on the show?
Those are the ones that
Yeah, we
scare me
can.
the most.
Okay.
Fuck. Oh, okay.
Hammond's trying to be a good, no spare, no expense here. He's
Yeah,
trying
right.
to be a good man.
He's like, I almost said the F word. I'm like,
sparing the F word.
Come on, man, you're Scottish. Have yourself a bit of brewski and now and then you're going to be
There's a
that's
child
what they like.
that's pretty good. I can't understand Scottish people in general.
I'm
So I'm
going to
like, wow.
shine you're an Egyptian. The hell you are. You were Scotland incarnate. You were ego living the way of Scotland.
Oh no, if you want to talk
Sean
about the
Connery.
greatest Carson Scotsman, let's talk about Malcolm Tucker in the thick of it.
Yes.
And in the loop, played by the inimitable Peter Capaldi.
Yes.
I
That's
guess
really good.
I had the wonderful honour to meet him at SuperCon recently, and he actually said he put a moratorium during his time on Doctor Who. He'd put a moratorium on cursing, and he said, "Come Christmas time, when I'm done, I'm like, oh,
Is he
you're-"
like Malcolm
Oh
Tucker
my-
in real life?
No, he's actually.
He curses like a sailor in that
Well, he-
show.
Well,
I love that
Actually,
show.
no.
Oh my
Capaldi is an
God.
utterly lovely.
Yeah.
One of my favorite memories of when I was waiting for his autograph. There was a lovely little.
Are you one of the Beatles now?
What the fuck has happened?
Actually, they live at Pavilion.
yeah.
Yeah, they're
No,
from-
no,
We
this
buried
is,
Paul
no,
in
this
cranberry
is, this
sauce.
is this is Liverpool. This is Liverpool. Right
Yes,
there.
it was.
I met people that were.
That's pretty
that was
good.
Blackpool, they said was crap. That's right. Because I was actually in
pretty
England. I
good.
lived in
He
England
does
for
look
3
like
months.
John
But
Lennon
the,
just
one,
come back from the
but
dead.
the wonderful thing about Capaldi, when we were waiting in line to get his
just
autograph,
imagine?
there was a
Seriously.
little boy dressed up as the first Doctor, and he immediately geeked out. He wanted a picture of him, kind of thing. He was
Oh, yeah,
going
'cause
nuts.
he's a huge Doctor Who.
Oh
fan.
well,
Oh, yeah,
that's how he got
he
there.
is the friendliest person to
Yeah.
talk to.
Capaldi?
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
We saw him down at SuperCon, and
Yeah.
that was amazing.
He was great.
He was so fantastic. The Q&A session with him.
Well, I was
when
on
you brought up
stage. I was on
philosophical
stage. Yeah.
moments.
Yeah.
It was like, wow. He answered a philosophical question of a friend of ours that asked, and that question, that was so deep of an answer. That was the best response he's gotten to that question out of all the celebrities he's ever asked. it was amazing and just like it was heartfelt. You know, it was genuine. You know, it came from the heart, and it wasn't just a gimmick line.
I just want to hear him cuss some more.
Oh, dude! He's
Once
awesome.
again, wait for Christmas. Wait for after Christmas because I'm sure he's going to be a geyser afterwards.
Oh yeah.
But in the meantime, but at the same time, it comes in exchange because with that happening, it means we're not going to see him as the Doctor.
What is it, regeneration?
I like him as
Christmas.
the Doctor.
Christmas?
He's grumpy.
Okay. Even though honestly,
Not as
I haven't,
grumpy as Tucker.
yeah.
Well,
I haven't kept up with Doctor Who. Capaldi kind of like, I don't know why, I just kind of lost interest.
Well,
in
see, here's the thing. As I
blame
was telling
Clara.
people,
Maybe.
where Matt Smith was the old man in the young man's body,
Yeah.
Capaldi's the kid in an old man's body.
I actually really enjoyed Matt Smith. Like
Matt Smith is he's wonderful in the role, and actually the thing I liked about him is that he brought the alienness back to it.
Yeah.
Which I think, honestly,
I like
Capaldi took.
Holds my heart.
Tennant was
forever
pretty
be a Tennant
humanized
fan.
though. a lot.
He was pretty humanized,
Just
and
turn into
also
Doctor Who.
I also noticed he kind of operated a bit in extremes.
Oh,
Where,
but
as in,
that's-
either he was really brooding,
His personality
He's the
he was
best.
either
perfect.
he was either
so
really
spot on. I
brooding,
fell in love
he was
with it.
either he was really brooding, or he was yelling like crazy.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I was
like
like,
the episode
okay,
where he
okay,
fought
diet.
Jerry Dandridge. That was
The
good.
one-
and
yeah.
frightening.
That was
Like, I
really
like that
cool.
time when he was on Earth fighting.
You watch Doctor Who?
vampires.
No, I do.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, we were just talking.
I stopped watching it like when not. I stopped watching it when Capaldi came on, but not because Capaldi came on. I enjoyed Capaldi. The writing just started getting to me when Moffat.
Honestly,
just,
yeah.
Moffat's
Honestly,
writing just went.
All right,
Oh,
no,
you're
no,
listening,
no.
Moffat.
I was going
Now
to stay
have
tuned in our
like,
podcast. We're
push
going to do a
through
whole
it.
editorial about the greatness of Moffat. But no, I will say keep going because Capaldi, particularly seasons 9 and 10, Moffat wrote probably one of the greatest anti-war speeches I've ever heard, and
Yeah.
Capaldi
Okay.
delivers it with absolute
Oh, yeah.
authority.
Is he still
Alright,
the
that was
showrunner?
epic.
Yeah.
Muffet?
Until
No,
now.
Moffat's
The Christmas episode is going to be the last one,
Oh, okay.
and then Chris Chibnall takes over. And to be dead honest, I'm more scared about him.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Broadchurch, come on.
No.
Awesome.
I'm going to lay this down. This is the same man who gave us fucking Cyberwoman. He has written some pretty mediocre episodes of not just Doctor Who, but Torchwood as well.
Yeah, Torchwood.
That is my reluctance. And I'm sorry, I wasn't as blown away by Broadchurch as everyone else was. I saw, first off, with the final resolution of Season 1, I was like, okay, this came out of left field, and to be dead honest, it was underwhelming. It was underwhelming.
Doctor Who.
I think the Babadook probably attacked
Right, yeah.
Chibnall.
But let's get back on topic.
Attacked Chibnall.
Skeet shooting babies.
Skeet shooting babies, and the Babadook had something to do with it.
Right.
This is what happens
The
when
Babadook made me skeet shoot the babies.
this is when you get 6 people on a podcast where it's like,
From other podcasts.
yeah, it's just like,
Yeah, right? Hey.
At
I
a
mean,
convention.
Hey, that's what we're discussing. We're talking about everything in the movie, and Babadook is just the starting point. We're here to talk about everything
Yeah, it's
related to
okay.
movies.
Yeah.
That's what we're all about.
The
We're-
runtime
it's
may be a little
Manbite's
bit
film
longer
for
than
everything.
usual.
Well, and
It's okay.
I feel
It's
bad.
our 100th
Just
episode. That's
just
what-
make multiple episodes out of it. Just
Yeah.
have, like, here's
Oh,
episode
so-
101,
Okay. Can we
102.
can this be a two-parter? Can you kill me off at the end of part 1 and solve it in part 2?
Oh, we need the Babadook for that
But
one.
Yeah,
at,
no,
the-
can
but
we
at
do
the
that? Can we kill
end
me
of
off?
the second
Oh my
episode,
God.
resurrect
Oh
him.
God! Here we go. What do we do?
Can we kill me off?
What
Can we kill me
madness
off?
have we wrought?
That's foreshadowing for when it happens.
As you can see,
dude,
we spared
we're
no
not doing this
expense.
whole zombie. We're not doing the whole zombie bullshit I did with you, right? Where we filmed and stuff
Where's
like
Goldblum?
that.
No,
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 for that.
No. We'll kill him, and then we'll have the Red Woman come in and resurrect him. Oh, see, now we're getting into Game of Thrones now.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no,
that's
no,
me.
no,
We'll
no,
go down
no,
that road.
no,
Let's
we'll
talk
look
about
at-
Malcolm Merlin and Arrow, man. John Byrne.
How about this?
John
Let's
Byrne.
compromise. Let's talk about Westworld.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it either.
I don't have
I've heard
cable.
it's very good, but I
It
want
is
to
good.
watch it.
Ash
It's
vs.
good.
Evil Dead.
Oh,
Hell yes.
No,
What? I'm joking. I'm joking. I am
Damn.
joking.
You're
Someone's
getting
about
some
to
nerd
get
rage over
murdered.
here.
yeah, Hammond, you're about to have original book ending done to you.
Do you see my face? Does it look like I'm scared?
I'm going to finish it off.
Hey.
How about that?
I don't know. I
Come at me,
think
bro.
we're seeing the living manifestation of Hammond from the book.
This is really how Hammond died. It was not the dinosaurs. It
Oh,
was
but
the
that's definitely how Hammond acted.
By the way, Jurassic Park the book and Jaws the book are not exactly as friendly as the movies.
No, they're not.
Hard R is what I would say.
Yeah. Oh, and beyond the fact, the douche factor for most of the characters is pretty much through the roof.
Oh, yeah.
Look,
I
for
mean,
Jurassic Park or Jaws or
both.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
Well,
thing.
Brody
A book
was
you can
all
get away
right.
with unlikable characters. A movie you can't. You have to have at least
They're not
one.
really
Well,
right.
because the one thing about a novel is that most people tend to take for granted about books is that because they have the time, they can get into
Why?
the motivations.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why nowadays books seem to dominantly lean towards first-person perspective
Yeah.
because it's easier to get into
Yeah.
their mindset. But unfortunately, that does limit because you're only seeing it from one person's perspective, so you don't know the other character's
It's
motivation.
also difficult to write
Sometimes.
in third person. Most people find it difficult to write in third person. It's way harder to write than just
That's why I
first
like
person.
Token.
Yeah, I would think it would be harder to get into the head of someone who doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Well, particularly since you're the one creating the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine that would be more difficult.
It kind of is. I mean, I myself tried to dabble in novel writing. I just did not have the patience for it. Here I am. All right, okay, I got some good stuff here. And then I clicked the view of how many pages I got.
That's why I used to do live
3
stuff. I used
pages.
to do live internet radio that
Yeah.
I made the stream, and then I own a station now or whatever. I'm done with live because I'm sitting there we'd be at an event at a bar where local bands are playing, and I'd interview them like that. Nobody else is doing that, so let's do it. A stream on Sunday night. And it'd be okay, and then sometimes I get on there and do a live show. Of course I didn't promote it or anything. It's two people, one person's listening. I'm this done.
Yeah.
I can't now
I stopped doing
record
it
your
too.
show, put it out. You can download whenever you want.
Exactly.
And I'm going to go do something else now.
All right, let's get back on Babadook.
Yeah.
Right,
Back
skeet
up.
shooting babies.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
Moving on.
So when you're skeet shooting a baby, you go to...
Wolverine goes, see, the thing is, you have to be very discreet about it. You have to be very discreet about it.
Well,
Let's ask the audience. You want to hear about the Babadook?
What up,
You
Babadook?
continue to hear the Beatles
All right,
talking
all
about
right,
shooting
with
babies.
6 of us, what the fuck else is there without spoiling, because he hasn't seen it?
Exactly.
I don't care, to be honest, if you spoil it.
No, he doesn't want me to spoil it. I'm the king of this shit. I will fucking spoil the shit out of this
I-
movie.
I have
can
a
go watch
I already
it.
all I can.
thought.
All right.
Something
Well,
about
and
talking
to
about
be
the
fair,
end
to be honest, as simplistic as we're kind of making it out, there really isn't a lot spoiled. We kind of, in a fashion, just kind of hinted at what kind of movie you're in for.
Yeah.
In the sense
Which is
that,
the most important part.
yeah, based where it's a movie where you don't know whether or not what's menacing this mother and her child is
Yes.
real or not.
Yeah.
And the best part is it consistently keeps you guessing about it pretty much all the way to the end, and it leaves you.
Go watch the movie. Why do you even go watch the movie?
Well, Odd's pretty good if
I
they're
agree.
tuning in. But, you see, I've always kind of theorized anyone who's clicking on reviews on the internet or anything like that, odds are they've seen the film. They just want someone to either to agree with them or disagree with them.
That's why I
Yeah.
like
That's
spoiling
why
shit.
we do.
That's why we're all going to talk about the short film that I made. The nubbiting is now... I'm sorry.
And then, of course, talk about the Cinema Schlock Society. We're doing the holidays, the Star Wars Holiday
Well,
Special
you
for
know-
Christmas.
oh,
Well, right now, you got to plug it
You
gotta do your last
You got to
one.
make sure that your voice is out there.
Oh, no.
You gotta
You
take a
get,
shameless
you,
plug.
you get pissed. He's like,
shameless
oh,
plug.
how do you spoil a movie for an old ass film, like 20-year-old film?
The Butler did.
There
And
are
it's like
people in
page
this
20
world.
fucking.
There are people in this world who still don't know who Kaiser Soze really is.
That's
And we
fine.
want to
There
keep
are
it
people
that
in
way.
this world that have never seen Star Wars.
That's
speaking
fine.
of Star Wars-
If you don't know that Vader is Luke's father, fuck off. It came out
Hey.
30 fucking years ago, or 40
Hey,
at
the
this
people
point.
that
Yes,
are like
but then
Star
you got
Wars,
the
like,
then
the
you got the
prequels are the
4-year-old.
worst.
Then you
I'm
got
like,
the 4-year-old who just
this is
came out of
something
his
called
mother's
Star
badge
Wars
back
Holiday
in-
Special.
back 4 years.
You need to watch
Who is
this, baby.
oblivious to this.
By the way, it
I've
has the
done little
original
best to
cast
keep
in
that
it.
discreet.
I'm
Have
sorry.
you seen those wonderful videos of
watch
little
this.
kids finding out for the first time?
Yes. Oh, that
I
warms my
want
heart.
that moment in every single home. People like you are depriving parents of that wonderful moment where the
That's
child.
why when I say spoilers, I say it like 3 times. I give you
But you
ample
can-
time to be like, pause, and X out of the browser.
I'm going to spoil
All right,
the
well, if
holiday
we're
special. It is the greatest piece of cinematic television you've
Oh,
ever seen.
fuck that.
It is a
No.
piece of
Oh,
TV.
we're done.
All right, there's
Fuck
something. All right, guys.
that.
There are some things. Unfortunately, we have to give it credence. It did give us Boba Fett.
Yeah, it did.
It was the first
It
appearance of Boba
did.
Fett.
It
And
also
now,
made me become
and now B.
alcoholic.
Arthur, and
Right,
now
yeah, it also
B.
made me
Arthur,
become
B.
singing
Arthur
a
is
punk
canon
song.
now.
I lost it when B. Arthur pours a fucking drink in a dude's head.
No, that's the best. That's
So
All right.
a lot of these people don't know who the hell B. Arthur is.
All right, that's
Well, because that
all right.
got
We are
completely cut.
all right, Alex.
Completely
We're
cut
Clockwork Oranging your ass. We're forcing you to watch the Golden Girls because the Golden Girls is way freaking good.
Nothing better than seeing a bunch of old retired
Like the
women
Golden
in
Girls?
Florida.
That
bitching
is
about
those are
shit.
life
Never
goals. Those are life goals, man. We all want
Golden Girls? Golden Girls?
I've seen the
Golden
Golden
Girls
Girls.
is awesome.
I fuck with
I
the
love the
Golden
Golden
Girls.
Girls.
I fuck with
Are you
the
kidding me?
Golden Girls.
I used to play it at every hospital that you go
I
into.
tap Sophia.
Ever.
Picture this. Sicily, 1943. Zombie comes out, and I'm sitting in the waiting room, and he goes, you look good. And Dorothy, now you're here.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
This is the weirdest episode I'm sure
should
you guys have ever done.
Should we get to this scaling?
Which
no,
Golden
no.
Girl do you think is the
We
hottest?
had our 50th episode. That was pretty bad too.
The Arthur.
We had a zombie expedition. Remember that?
Yes, that was
pretty epic.
Oh,
And
Lord.
here I am.
Yeah,
Now
so
watch,
the
this
result
turns
of-
out to be
there's
the
the
best
result.
thing ever, and like we want more of this, and like well, all of us live far. Wow, I live closer than some of them. It's like we all can't be on
Oh
the
no,
same
we
show.
only live like about 10 miles between each other, so they're
Yeah.
stuck with me.
He's the one in the middle. Is the wait? No, you're from Virginia, right?
Yeah, DC.
Yeah,
you're-
Yep.
Well, we're
from
killing
Miami,
you
I'm
off
not that
anyway,
far,
so it
but-
doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
I'm also a crazy person though, so like this is.
And you live in Miami,
That's
because
such
you got
a
the
day-long train.
Yeah,
No, I live in Port St. Lucie.
No, him.
Oh.
He lives in Miami.
I live in Miami. It's
Yeah,
not
you're
that.
Miami.
I'm not that far.
They mixed him
Yeah.
up for like Cuba, and they sent him back to Cuba. So
Hey, Cards Against Humanity's doing sponsored by Cards Against Humanity. Deportation, racist. You want to be in a closed-minded area? There you go.
That would be amazing if they do a Trump edition.
Oh, that would be.
That
so
was one of the
easy.
cards
Give
I
it
did
time.
last night. Was
There-
watching The
there
Ring.
is.
There
There's a
is?
Hillary Clinton and a Trump edition.
Oh my god, I'm gonna
Oh.
One of the
Oh
cards
my
last
God.
night. The question was, in the ring, if you die after 7 days of watching this, and I pulled out Donald J. Trump.
Wow, 7
That's
days.
not the one
7
I
days,
want,
you're being
but-
generous,
yeah,
dude.
that's- yeah.
You're being really generous.
That's
One
what
other
North
one
Korea
was
said.
reading Hillary's emails. I'm like, that's good.
Still say
too.
one of my favorite. I think I forget. It was a great meme of a nuclear explosion, and it says, "But her emails."
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yes.
So, Lois, between 1 and 10, Babadook, where do you put it?
A 9.5.
I'm definitely. I'll give it a 9.5. That'll be on mine. Tomato meter scale, or not tomato meter scale. Narcotic Castle scale, 4.5 servings.
Thermometer scale? That's
Thermometer.
thermometer?
That is a thing.
That is a thing.
That is a thing.
And if not, we made it one.
Just
We did.
not to give it a 9.5, I'm gonna give
Copyright
it a
pending.
9.7.
Give it a 9 and 3
Seven.
quarters.
Rebel.
9 and 3
7.
quarters.
I am a rebel.
I would give it a 10. I have like a really
Okay.
personal connection to this movie.
Okay.
I
Actually,
love
dude.
well
I just don't want to say it because spoilers.
I'm okay.
People die.
No, I will more like talk about themes. It's
We are
they.
having epic times, you and me.
What do you mean editing?
I'm just like,
Who edits?
oh, he does. This is his baby.
Have fun with this.
I
That's
just,
weird.
I'm
This
on
is
for
weird.
the. I
gonna
strap
be
in every time for the ride, and
Blooper
I'm
reel.
like,
Blooper reel.
Yeah.
take me,
Half
Jesus,
the-
take
half
the
the
wheel.
But yeah, so I like the Babadook. I think it's a good movie. That we did it. We're good now. Everybody. Okay.
I never seen it, so I'm gonna give it a 5 because you all like it, and he said it was a good produced movie, but it wasn't that good, so I put a 5 in the middle.
Damn, that was.
Man, to
I
a
mean,
follow-up.
overall, just because I didn't enjoy it, it is a really good.
Wait,
well
you didn't
shot
enjoy it. So
movie.
what's your rating of it, though?
Of the movie
yeah,
itself and how it's shot?
personally, how do you feel about it?
Personally, I would give it about maybe a 4 or 5.
Ah,
But no, that's my.
You know what?
That's
But
from my
here's the thing.
opinion. But the way that it's shot and the way that it is done, I probably would give. Not probably. I give it like a 9 out of 10.
okay.
And well, you see, here's the thing. I would rather have a divided panel. here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it
Oh,
would
hell yeah.
be boring.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
shut,
would be-
shut
No, we don't be like, hey,
Shock you.
Circle jerk for the Babadook.
Like, yo, if we all couldn't agree which Golden Girl
Babadook.
was the hottest, we would just be going around and around.
It's a bad movie. It
Yeah.
is a good movie. It's just I did not enjoy it, but the way that it's edited, the way that it's shot, like even the actors and the way they're like right off the bat, you just like you said, I just wanted to kill the kid. I did. I was like, shut up. Like duct nobody had duct tape in this movie.
babies.
Are you serious?
I'm like, shut up.
Right, like when he pushes the girl. I understand the girl was bullying him, but like he pushes the girl, and then the girl gets hurt. It's like
Spoilers.
that's not a spoiler. The girl lives. I think. I don't know.
See, he's keeping it ambiguous.
But anyway, it was a good movie. Just not my cup of tea.
Not your cup of tea.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking about spoilers and people that watch reviews already seen the movie, I watch a lot of the cinema sin stuff because I haven't seen those movies,
Can't stand
and
that
I don't
guy.
want to have to fucking watch them. So I just let him.
Honestly,
I watch it with him, and I'm like, that's fine.
I'm not a particular fan because I believe in the old adage: it's easier to break things than it is to put them together again.
Yeah.
So there's the alternative one: Cinema Wins, Where I'm more impressed when he can find good stuff and bad stuff.
Yeah.
That honestly is more impressive to me.
I like it because it's just a funny thing. I think, and like when they did It Follows, I was on board with everything he said because I saw It Follows.
I
and I'm
would
like,
circle
speaking
jerk
of
the
pacing,
shit out of It Follows.
Yeah, I loved It Follows.
No, it's the worst. No,
That's one I still need to see.
Oh, if you don't like It Follows, you might not like Babadook.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
tell you that right now.
No,
Yeah, they're very similar.
They're
very
Don't tell
similar.
him that. He wants him to watch it.
It's the truth. I mean,
They're
I
both
tried
more-
with It Follows, and I'm like, wow, I hear a lot of Carpenter. Oh wait, that's not who scored this.
oh yeah.
And
yeah.
then it was like, okay, cool, you got like a demon, great.
All right, let's talk about this, obsession with 80s nostalgia. I know because a lot of filmmakers nowadays were from the 80s.
Hey,
You know, I
Stranger
was
Things,
there.
man.
in the
Well, you know what? Here's the
Stranger
thing.
Things premiered
You were
yesterday.
there.
To
Stranger
give you
Things-
when the fuck we filmed this.
First two
Okay.
episodes were really good. I haven't got a chance. We've been at Spooky
I
Empire.
haven't seen it.
I haven't been on the
seen season
computer.
two.
I'm watching it on the train home. Please say nothing.
Yeah, no.
I
I actually have not seen a single episode of season 2, so you are
Either
fine.
have I, either
I
have
am
I.
just
first
as
two-
oblivious.
I didn't get to watch Arrow the other day.
episode.
I'm missing all kinds of stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
All you
I
wanted to
haven't
say
gotten
was
a chance
that
either.
11 kills them all. She eats their.
No, I was gonna let you finish.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, I was gonna toast to 100 episodes.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Very
It's
well
not alcohol, it's
done.
water.
Hell yeah.
Whatever.
Spoilers.
This is an AA. This is an AA show.
Spoilers, damn it! They could be vodka.
It is
Thank
vodka.
you.
It is.
That's
vodka.
a
What are you
big
talking
ass
about?
shot of vodka, dude.
Mine's
vodka?
moonshine.
It's milk.
That's not big
Beer
enough,
milk.
I think. I could drink that vodka, no problem.
Oh wait, we a classy bunch. Pinky up.
Ah, crap.
Cheers.
Here's to 100 more, my friend.
Hell yeah. We got this.
Oh, you should have brought like the poppers. Like
Ah.
that would have been good.
We'll add that in and after.
Note to self for 150th.
Just really cheesy. Just
Right. Okay. So,
And After
how
Effects.
are we gonna kill me off? Have we decided?
Set them on fire.
How about Stranger the Fiction, saving a child?
Oh,
from getting hit by
okay,
a
okay.
bus?
I'll like go just below frame, so that like then you can get.
That works.
I believe you. The conviction is wonderful.
so yeah.
Do
Bob,
make sure you come visit my
Say
park.
before this derails, watch Babadook. It's on Netflix. It's very good.
It is.
Just watch it.
But if you're on Netflix streaming movies, I recommend Jaws.
That is a good fucking movie.
That
It's
is
coming
the
off in
fucking
October.
movie.
I do recommend Jaws.
It's already on.
Again, very controversial
Yeah, but
opinion.
you won't-
Actually,
it's a good movie.
you
No, I got
Maybe.
2 more days.
Yeah.
Really?
Two more
Yeah.
days. Yep.
Yeah.
All
I
four-
got it
all
on
four
DVD
leaving?
and Blu-ray.
just the first
but-
one.
I just flat out.
What the
I would just buy it just because it's got the great documentary about the
Oh,
man.
yeah, that too.
So
But
I
if you're
just go ahead and buy the
watching this
Blu-ray on
streaming
Jaws.
show about
There are some
streaming,
things.
so
There are
I
some
figured
things you just. There are
Buy.
some things you just buy.
Yeah.
Jaws you buy on.
Evil Dead 2 you
yeah.
buy.
Evil Dead 2 you buy,
Oh,
particularly for the amazing commentary with Bruce.
That is the greatest.
Dude,
It's
it's one
Scott
of the best
Spiegel.
commentaries.
It's Scott Spiegel and Greg Nicotero. and
Bruce
The
Sam-
Book
Campbell.
of the Dead? Come on, the Book
Yeah.
of the Dead cover?
Yeah.
That is
Earlier,
epic.
we
on,
didn't
man.
talk about our top 5 films. Jaws was in my top 5.
Oh, it's my top film.
Yeah, Jaws is in everybody's top 5.
Yeah, I think I was.
If it's not, what are you doing?
Yeah.
We're getting.
Jurassic
We're
Park's
getting.
in his.
Olaf
Yeah.
is disapproving of our
Give it
runtime.
away.
Oh,
Don't know.
My mom
That
was
was
like
Miracle on
9 years
34th
old
Street.
when Jaws came out. She saw it 10 times in theaters.
Not every
Wow.
fat, white bearded guy is Santa Claus.
But that guy was.
He was.
Shut up, John.
All right, guys. So this is everybody from Spooky Empire. Go off the list again one more time. This is Man Bites Film. My name's Louis, and this is our 100th episode again.
John Reed Adams from Narcotic Casserole Productions.
Brandon, you know who the fuck I am.
Zach Walsh. I'm with AnyStageTheater.com. You can watch The Nubbening, which is my short film that played here, and we're dropping it on midnight on Halloween.
Justin Jordan, Underground Horror Radio. Look it up on Facebook, Instagram. It's all there. A lot of episodes.
He's like, I
Phoenix
can't.
from House of Phoenix Cosplay and my Bites film.
All right. So we'll see you guys next week for another episode. Like always, we'll see you guys then.
Later, guys.
Okay.